Hi, Cancer. I don't know if I'm there yet. Oh, I think it's because that was just ending. That's what it was. Yes, I'm here now. Right, so I've put the word twin. I haven't put the word twin and flame in the other. I just realised that would probably be good for while I'm before I go back and fix it for the just to get the right people in. It's the ghost town round here. Right, so this is for Cancer. Twin flames, so divine feminine and divine masculine, because I'm just taking the card to be a combination for, the sets of twin flames. Also, we've all got a fourth house of family, soul family, feelings, trauma, ancestors, other stuff that I haven't said. Your home actually. Cancer's about the home. Mars is in Cancer, bringing out family. How there's a card already. Sadness and oh my God, Jen, that's I usually say that for Cancer. It is about sadness, depression as well. So number 22, 22nd October could be significant. So that would be right at the end of Libra season. Sadness and anger. Let's see what this says. So bear in mind that this is going to make sense. It can make sense to absolutely anyone. You don't need to be Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anything like that. Do you know what? I'm going to put the Spotify on because that was actually quite. I'm going to turn the volume down. But I'm going to put on shuffle and see what songs it guides me to. So, I'll just look up if I meant it kind of thing. I don't even know what that is. Is that new? Is it all right, James Arthur? We come in from the cold, your hands are frozen. I could keep you warm, let's start again. I still want to be your superhero, but you keep saying we just can't be friends. Feels like 2 minutes ago you were laughing at all my dad jokes. When did it change for you, my love? Is it all right if I leave with you? Oh, yeah, 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 I do. It is one of his newer ones. Is it all right if I lay with you just for one more night? Let's evade the truth and go back to the first time that we both felt the same. That feels like, again, listen to yourself, but that feels like that is either a karmic relationship breaking down or it is an unhealthy twin flame dynamic that needs to part for you both to heal. So however that fits. Um yeah, is it okay if we play pretend just for one more day or one more night? Yes, I'll just let that run, but that might be significant here, especially because we've got the card sadness and anger. It's kind of like if you're in denial that something needs to end here. Sadness and crying are often seen as or portrayed as a weakness, whereas anger is often portrayed as a powerful and strong emotion. No wonder it's much easier to express anger instead of sadness, but the expression of anger is often just a shield to the underlying emotion of hurt. Emotions that are seen as less valid, weak, or even silly. Anger is often used as a protective wall between you and other people, a shield to avoid showing your underlying vulnerability. If you ever see someone becoming angry about something, you can imagine there's a waterfall of tears hiding behind that expression. Oh my God, that's really powerful because I basically go and watch the last one I just done. I just described that in Gemini, so that'll be why they got me to describe that. Either you've had a moment like that, or you've been around somebody else who's had a moment like that. This card encourages you to look behind the anger both in yourself and in others. When someone is angry and you can manage to change perspective and view it as sadness, you might feel that it becomes easier to help that person resolve what they're actually angry about. And we've got the inner child cards that we're going to do next. It can help you to perhaps feel less defensive and help to resolve rather than escalate the situation at hand. On the other hand, when you catch yourself harboring feelings of anger, expressing those feelings, take a moment to stop and reflect and ask yourself whether you're really angry or is it something else that has made you feel hurt? Could you possibly address those feelings instead? I mean, this is a bit deep for the fact I've only got 5 minutes to sort of go into this, but it's reminded me when I love watching that couples therapy program, and it's in the UK. I mean, you could probably Google it and find it on here. I haven't actually looked to see that, but I love it because they often show couples where the person has been like reenacted something from childhood or like the ones that are really interested. I mean, that's fascinating when that happens too, and it's really sad to watch. Um, but also like when somebody's reenacting something from a past relationship. So it's like it doesn't make any sense for your present relationship or your present friendship, but it's because the person has unresolved trauma and grief from the romantic relationship before or something from childhood. And that's why it doesn't make sense to you if you're on the receiving end of it. But actually, if you can see through it, oh my God, right. Because again, all this is anonymous, but they are actually showing me when that happened again to something like a different person around me. And nobody else got was going. Basically, we weren't, well, yeah, weren't arguing. Well, yeah, we were sorting out a conflict, right? I'll just sort of leave it at that. It was a group of people, and but somebody went totally in a different place, and I noticed the song "Electricity" has just come on by Dua Lipa, so that could be. It's probably going to be about the chemistry between twin flames or something, or I don't know, like someone's an electrician, or I don't know. It's something that was coming through here. Sparks flying. I don't know. But um like yeah, it was like basically the person had totally like it was so not about what we were arguing about anymore, and like I noticed that it was basically the person had went back to something in childhood. But it was interesting because like none of the other people noticed, and again, I'm keeping this anonymous, but it kind of like I have to kind of say that so that because this could have been in the counselling environment or this could have been anywhere, but it was like basically it was all people that I know that like they know about the same sort of skills as me. And but like the other people around me were like, that's really amazing that you noticed what none of us did. Especially because I did have a point with what we were all sort of talking about, but I noticed it was like this person sort of froze. So again, like you said, that's I wouldn't expect anybody to have a skill in doing that unless you were like myself, trained in counselling or therapy or something. It's not everybody can, not even other counsellors could do that actually. I would say that that is my Pluto 0 degrees in the 12th house. Like I just didn't know what it was. But then when we allowed the parent to sort of describe it made sense. So that's what I'm talking about. So somebody could be going through something really traumatic and doesn't make sense. So just sort of, I'm just praying for anybody that's connecting with that basically. And if you do want somebody to explore your feelings with like that, book a proper session and get that time with me for me to help you if you trust me, or go and get help with that. Um, um, yeah, where did I get to here? When I itch my nose, that's a loved one in spirit. So I feel a loved one in spirit is trying to help somebody these feelings. When someone's getting angry, you can imagine you can manage to change perspective and view its sadness. You might feel I read that bit, didn't I? It can help you to perhaps feel less defensive and help to resolve rather than escalate the situation at hand. On the other hand, when you catch yourself harbouring feelings of anger, expressing those feelings, take a moment to stop and reflect and ask yourself whether you're really angry or is it something else that has made you hurt. Could you possibly address those feelings inside? I think I read that too. As anger and sadness are both powerful emotions, you can be sure that whenever these feelings arise, there's something in the situation that deserves attention, as it is highly likely something that the person cares deeply about. Use this as a guide to find purpose and motivation both for yourself and others. And the affirmation is, I use my anger as a guide to my inner depth, or the term sacred rage that seems to be all the rage. Honor your anger. Learn to ask questions about the hurt rather than the expression of anger. When someone is expressing anger, or you find yourself expressing anger, throw out the question, what are you uh, I feeling hurt about? Yeah, oh yeah, I think so again, there's always a reason behind why they get me to mention things. They've made me mention that memory and also that therapy program, counseling program, because it's heartbreaking, but it's fascinating and it really helps the people that are in conflict realize a lot of what you're arguing about actually isn't even to do with you. It's about something from the past that's unresolved. And it's about that person getting that help from the counsellor in that moment. You know what I mean? And that, again, because I'm a geek about this, because I am a counsellor, like, and because I'm all the other things, like a healer and a hypnotherapist, and specifically a twin flame healer, counselor, therapist, hypnotherapist. I'll be sitting here for 5 hours explaining all the stuff I do, so read it below. I just love getting stuck in with that stuff, and you learn not to blame and shame and understand. So, hashtag all the feels. Are we on Cancer? Yes, we are. See, I'm channeling the energy of feelings right now. What is the inner child card? Become aware. Wow. And that's, fuck, that's mental. The song Cry. I would take out the thing to show you, but I'm gonna. Some people might not believe me. Look what's just come on. The song Cry, Benson Boone, which by the way, I only know about that song because I'd told Martin about his other song that I love, and then he told me about this one. But it's definitely about somebody. I think it's about leaving an art. I was about to say leaving a narcissist, wasn't I? I think it is about leaving a narcissist when I read the lyrics, or like, being around narcissistic someone. I tried to hide it through the silence while I played along. I'm welling up behind my eyelids. when I'm holding on to the reins so badly. I hate it. And I wish that all, maybe, I really hate the way you think that you can get away by blaming, oh my God, I was just talking about blame, all your stupid problems on your um mental state. I'm tired of the burnt out lies. You see, that's horrible, isn't it? Whether you're talking, maybe you're talking to yourself. Whether you're talking to yourself or you're talking to somebody else, it's somebody that's around somebody that's not being compassionate about your mental health there. I'm tired of burnt out lies. You think you know me, but you hardly even know yourself. I bite my tongue and let you think I only wish you well. I don't know how you know it. I'm tired of letting someone get the best of me. So go ahead and cry. Go ahead and ruin someone else's life. See what I mean? Go and bug someone else. I can't, so I can sleep at night. You're more narcissistic than anybody in Hollywood. That's why I remembered that. You're not a misfit. Don't keep saying you're misunderstood. I'm tired. Well, yeah, that's definitely somebody that's like, what that feels like is that feels like that's describing a twin flame, whether it's a feminine or a masculine, that has had either another karmic lover or a karmic friend, a karmic family member that has manipulated you to stay, or I don't know, for their own sort of selfish needs and gains. And hopefully you're breaking away. That's what I'm praying right now. If you're watching this right now and that's resonating and you're still stuck with people like that around you, I pray that you free yourself from these situations and know that you deserve better. Okay? Become aware, listen to the wisdom of your body. It's the same card that I shuffled for when I was pulling Gemini's one. So there's me thinking that's for Gemini and it was for you too. So I'm sure you don't need to point that out. So pay attention to how you feel about something. Today's the day to try something daring, go on an adventure. And I feel in that case, again, personal responsibility, that's about getting away from whatever that is. So again, book a session if you need support. I help people with heavy stuff all the time like this, and I have done for years. And I'm qualified to do so, basically. Ability with, even if that's just my astrology, but no, I have got the skills and to be able to help people. The song Flowers has just come on. Samantha Ebert here, so any of the names that I'm chucking out there as well might be relevant. Um, so, well, blue skies and hillsides feel so far away. I wrote in my notebook that I've seen better days than the one of late. I can't bear the weight. What's this about again? Because I'm losing faith. I'm losing faith, so I brought it up in a desperate prayer. Lord, why are you keeping me here? Yeah, child, I'm planting seeds. Good God, I have a good plan. Yeah, so again, you see what I mean? Like this is definitely something where um someone's asking God why I'm in this situation, and God's like, trust me, what we've got coming up next, well, it'll make sense to you. So it feels like this is somewhere, like I said, whether this is love, friendship, family, whatever, you've been situated somewhere to learn these very tough karmic lessons. But what comes next is beautiful. I do actually want to break the rules and just cut the deck. Let go. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. And I think that's about, yeah, you've got a very telepathic bond with a twin flame here. Um, and yeah, there's a heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. If you are the feminine, I feel you've got a conversation coming your way, and all of what I've just sort of tuned into there will make sense. Somebody was definitely around somebody. Well, you just heard how I read. That's all sort of come through. I don't know because I'm just letting it come through. So anyway, I'm going to go on to the next one, which is Leo. And bear in mind that the card was sadness and anger. So yeah, I do feel very sad after channeling that.